But now I want to welcome Robin Bade from ActiveArc. We want to hear what you got to say. Okay.
Thanks. Can you all hear me? Yeah? Good. So my name is Robin, and I thought I'll have a small discussion about Facebook today. How many of you have Facebook accounts? I saw somebody ask here. All right, so around 90%. Two small issues I came across here, or have come across here in the last weeks and months and years. A couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine called me and asked me whether why I posted inputs of losing X pounds on my Facebook account, and I understood that this has to do something with a virus or anything like that, because usually I'm not too active on posting status updates on my Facebook, and as you can see, this was the first virus I came across in Facebook. What I think is special about it is that the same day when the virus came across, there were already two of my friends posting that, hey, don't go to the site, that this is a virus and so forth. So I think this is just a good example of how efficient Facebook is and how the community actually works there. Another one is, probably most of you are familiar with pictures like these if you go abroad. I think pictures like these has got a new meaning when Facebook came along, because, by the way, that's not me, but I just picked this picture randomly. But anyway, I mean, when you go on beaches, etc., you see nowadays a lot of people take a picture of them. The pictures doesn't need more go to these family photo albums. In fact, what they do, they go on to Facebook. And usually, when I did this, when I was young, running on the beaches, I probably showed my pictures to around 5 to 10 people. But nowadays, I have 500 friends on Facebook, and well, I'm posting them there, so I think quite a lot of things has changed. Couple of smart facts about Facebook. Currently, on a general level, in the whole community, there's already over 300 million users. How many of you know how many users there are in Finland already? How many? Yeah, a bit above. I have more stats about that later. But it seems like the growth is currently happening in the plus 35-year-old sector, and what I came across when looking at stats, one thing which I realized being a really interesting part is the fact that even half of the users sign in daily. Looking at more facts, it seems like obviously the US is the biggest community, but if you go deeper into figures and look for example here at the right hand side on how many minutes per average user people spend on Facebook, I think this is quite amazing. I picked these numbers from Alexa, which is a place where you can go and have a look at different websites and how many different stats about websites. It's not Google Analytics, but I think somehow they work together probably. But anyway, on an average scale, 30 minutes, people spend 30 minutes on Facebook. And I started digging a lot of information about that. I think an interesting topic we could discuss today. Fortunately, I don't have the answer for that topic, but I think it's worthwhile discussing the fact that personally, I think Facebook is one of the worst medias for an advertiser. If you only go there by the old model, putting display advertising and then expecting people to go somewhere to your own brand site or anything else. Especially if you look at these figures. I mean, why would people want to go out of Facebook if they want to spend there even 30 minutes? This is something which is spectacular. I haven't seen any figures like this. I haven't actually compared them to these virtual worlds where people tend to spend quite a lot of time, but you can probably go do that. How many of you have seen this game? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Well, not too many. I was expecting more. This game was probably the game which was most known when Facebook came, but when Facebook became a commodity in Finland. And I think this game was the game which most of the people spent their time with it. And I would assume that Facebook was a lot about this game, especially for many of my friends. What's special with Facebook and games and applications in general, I think, is the fact that value in them is that you can actually share these games and the applications you have with a lot of your friends. So from my perspective, I have 549 friends. I'm not bragging about that, but
Yes, you are.
yeah, I am. Well, I've already added 9 friends of my own. All the rest have added me, so that's nice. But that's why I was quite early into Facebook. Anyway, so the point being here that the opportunity with the special thing about this game was that Facebook enables me a platform where I can get 549 friends to play with me with that game. So basically I can spend my time and play together with these people that game. The game was done by travelpod.com, and I mean there were around 10-15 of you who had played the game. How many of you have been to travelpod.com website? 1, 2. Alright, so I was kind of expecting this. Travelpod.com was obviously the site that had built the game, but if you go on to travelpod.com you'll find the same game over there. And what this game lacks and why people don't really spend a lot of time around this game is that it's the same game but the real functionality where you can add your friends to the game and you can enable social gaming. That's what's lacking. And that's why the game here on the website itself is really not that special, but if you add that game to a sort of community of 549 friends, then apparently it starts to play a big role. So this is something worth thinking about when you're developing whatever type of applications, games, any type of entertainment content onto your website. How can you adapt that into the web, for example, the social media environment, and in this case, particularly Facebook, so that people really want to engage their friends around that game. So more smart facts. Well, 1/4, I'm not one of those, but 1/4 updates his or her status update daily. And another thing which is quite interesting is that every person at Facebook premises or developers at Facebook serves 1 million users. So I think that's worth mentioning as well. And currently 23% of all Finns are on Facebook. I were able to take the stats out of a place called, I think, allstatsfacebook.com. So if you're interested in knowing more about facts and stats about Facebook and looking at demographics, I think they're all on the web. Ilkka can probably find it somewhere, but I think allstatsfacebook.com or something like that is place. Sweden is one of the key, or I think they are in top 20 or top 25. Finland, I couldn't find them. But anyway, out of all Facebook users, there's 1,327,000 users in Finland, and we are all in all 0.43% of the whole Facebook community. So that's interesting stuff. Then, how many of you know how, on an average scale, how many friends people have on Facebook? Any ideas?